Magic the Gathering 30th Anniversary Edition. It's been more than a year, and in our last stream we talked about this product that is easily one of the most controversial Magic products of all time. Honestly, this product sucks. On this channel, we tell you if we like things and we tell you if we don't. 30th rubbed a lot of people the wrong way, mostly because of its insane price point. It could have been a way for players new and old to revisit Magic the Gathering in its infancy. In the form it came out in 1993, that was not the case. Instead, it was priced at $1,000 for 4 packs. We have at length talked about 30th on this channel. We have reaction videos to 30th Anniversary Edition. We were there. We streamed the sale of it. We've been monitoring the prices for a long time at this point. And 30th is really just, it continues to go down in price. On our last What We'd Buy, I was memeing about how 30th Anniversary Edition cards continue to hit all-time lows. Whenever we're on MTG stocks and we're looking at cards that have hit all-time lows, 30th Anniversary Edition cards are like 50% of what I'm looking at. Just tons of cards, from Underground Sea to all of the bulk. It just continues to go down in price. Just because you print something that's $1,000 doesn't mean that it's going to be worth $1,000. It's been over a year now, and we could see that prices of this product sealed continue to go down. There's a lot we go over in the stream. We hope you enjoy this stream cut. Thank you to our sponsors, Card Conduit, TCG Player, Dragon Shield, and Moxfield. We're going to talk more about our sponsors later on in the video. Let's get into the stream cut.
30th anniversary. 1 year later. Jake, this has got to be the most controversial product of all time. I got into a discussion on Twitter, and I didn't mean to like ratio the original tweeter. Yeah. The original tweeter was trying to say, wow, 30th anniversary, it's been a year. What a controversial product, though not as controversial as Double Feature. And I was like, hang on a second. Hang on a second.
What?
Hang on a second. No.
Sorry.
No.
We're not even in the same universe on this.
No, it's the Punisher meme. No, wait. No, wait.
Like, wait, how long have you been hanging out here?
I just simply said, I have to disagree.
Yeah.
Double Feature gave us some very few playable treatments and singles we could pick up later. 30th anniversary, top to bottom, hot garbage. Completely approached in the wrong way, strategized poorly, positioned strangely. There's so
I'm on record that is a leper product, dude. That you can market.
Yes, I honestly think it's poisonous for the community. It's poisonous for the history of the game. That's how intensely I feel about this product.
It's such a bummer product, dude, because, you know, in I believe his name is Louis, in his video, you know, rather than just parrot, I feel exactly the same way. He's like, these could have been packs that were like $3 packs.
Yes.
And then everybody's able to just go and draft and play Magic in its infancy exactly how it was first created. Then you're able to have a great experience where, yeah, sure, at the end, people might be buying up the Black Lotus and the Power 9, and they're like, yeah, dude, and those cards might go to like $100 or $150 or whatever. Right. If those packs are so cheaply priced, because here's the thing, then you set that precedent that could be done again in the future, and so people understand, oh, these cards are garbo, right? They're just cheap, kind of like playable proxies that you can enjoy that are printed by the mothership. But when you print them into $1,000 product, the people who don't know any better, they automatically are like, oh, well, it's $1,000, so it just must be good. If I'm paying $1,000, right? Like if I'm buying a $1,000 vacuum cleaner versus a $150 or $250 vacuum cleaner, right? I'm thinking,
you talk about that Dyson stick.
That's what I'm saying, dude. The Dyson stick. If I'm buying a $1,000 vacuum cleaner, I'm like, this is just going to be good. Versus the $250 one where I'm like, yeah, it's going to work for a little while, and then I'm going to have issues, and then I'll have to replace it, whatever. And maybe there's a good $250 vacuum cleaner. Let's not dig into that. But when you're looking at 30th Anniversary Edition, people who don't know are like, holy shit, here's this Magic the Gathering product that's so expensive and so over the top. This must be heat. I must acquire it because this is like their most expensive thing they've ever done. So it's like, I'm just going to buy it and it's going to be valuable. But what do we know about the variant era? Everything is getting reprinted. They could do that again. They could do that again. And if they do it again, what happens to all those cards that were acquired at that price point, taking into account $1,000 price point for that product, right? So it's like, oh wait, my retro Birds of Paradise is supposed to be $1,500. Why? Wait, they did it again. Now my retro Bird of Paradise is $700. How better way to turn a whale off in the future than to like burn them with a product like that, right? So that product is, I know there's collectors, I know that people like it, I know that there's some people that are like very bullish on it. I hate it.
I hate it. Anyway, I mean, it might be a good investment vehicle in this game. I don't know. I don't even get that far mentally because I can't even get past the threshold.
Really quick, I want to shout out our sponsor, Card Conduit. That's a great spot to sell seagulls. If you're trying to get rid of some MTG cards and get a little extra money, Card Conduit is going to be a great resource for you. Card Conduit will sell your cards out, buy list them, and then they are going to send you a check. It's that easy. They have different services depending on the value of the cards that you're sending and the amount of sorting that you do. Definitely go over and check out Card Conduit, use their price checking tool, and use one of the easiest services to sell some of your MTG cards. If you are using Card Conduit, make sure to use code JAJAM, J-A-J-A-M, when you check out for 10% off your fees.
You designed this, and the very first thing that we ever heard about it, you designed it and you positioned it as everybody's gonna get a chance to do the original game. We all get to play in an environment. You can draft this, you can play OG Magic against each other, but that's not what happened.
Goes against everything that the price point is, right?
Exactly. I mean, I would rather them, Jake, have taken this card and not put not tournament legal across it like this, but like just put it across the middle right here at the bottom of the art, not tournament legal. If you really want to just be clear and make it very obvious that we're not trying to mess with the reserve list reprint, I want to say promise, but we're going to say guidelines.
Or just use a sketch frame.
Use something. I would rather them have made it exactly what it was pitched to us as being, right up until Brian Kibler told us all it was going to cost $1,000.
Yeah.
Everything up to that point was great.
The actual product and not an individual card. All right, so let's talk about this. Can we zoom out? What's the yearly chart for this thing look like?
This is the year, November 28th, right there. 1624 on the secondary market.
So that's flagging pretty hard as a bearish chart, in my opinion. And that is not financial advice, but this looks super freaking bearish. So what is that? What is the lowest point that we get right down there? Okay. All right, so what we would be looking for is a bounce off of that level as well. But the fact that these sold for $1,000 and you can buy them right now unopened for, what is that, 1,100?
1208.
We see 1208.
Market price, yeah.
That's not a huge markup. So even if you were buying this to flip it, since this product at this point is readily available here, right? There's like people that are selling it for 500.
I wouldn't trust this at all.
I mean,
all right, chat, who out there's got a lot of money to burn? I need somebody to buy this and tell us if it's real.
Do not listen to Joel at all. All right, so the rest of this, though, like ignoring the 498 and the 500, look at the 1100. There's one right there that's 1100 with 499 shipping. There's another one that's 1124 with 499 shipping. That's 100% sales.
This is somebody to me that like they're like, we got to get out of here before we're back holding.
Yes, dude.
We got to cover the shipping.
100%.
The shipping to us and then the shipping to the seller, and we're going to make like $60 on this whole thing.
There's no fucking market for this product. It's people trading them off. It's like hot potato. It's like, we got to get rid of it. This is, and the thing is when you sell something for $1,100, you have to pay tax on that. You have to pay fees on that.
That's what I'm saying.
You're selling,
these people here are making,
they're already bag holding
tens of dollars on this.
They're already bag holding on it.
Right.
Because TCG is going to take their own fees. I mean, when you look at that chart, I mean,
okay, so
these are people that are capitulating. Like, people are selling into capitulation because they are just like, MTG is already in a bearish trend, right? So they're like, I'm going to sell this and just get rid of it.
Right.
So yeah, I mean, if you're buying it at price after Wizards already closed down the sale, if the sale's been concluded,
this reads to me like a snap buy. Somebody was like, oh, I can buy it at the original price. Okay. But even, bro, I'm talking like my own mentality. I have $1,000. I want to spend it on this product just to be like, I have one in case it explodes. I don't know what would make it explode. I can't even think of a possible trigger to make this product explode. But immediately I would be going, oh God, I've got to sit on this for a decade.
Oh, 100%.
You ain't selling this in the next 2 to 5 years.
And then you have to hope that they don't do something similar to it again. Because then if it just stays as is and you don't get another product like it where they're like, yeah, we're going to reprint Black Lotus again, we're taking it a different route, a different direction, then yeah, maybe it goes up and it becomes one of those sets. I've heard some people compare it to like the summer edition, the Edgar set. Even then, I see that as entirely different. That's actually old. You know, I like to remind people that this came out in 2022. So how
many? This is 4 packs, right? 4
yeah,
packs,
it's 4
each
packs in there. Yeah, 4 packs each. Now, if you pull the Lotus actually has value because there's people that want the modern frame Black Lotus.
It's very difficult to look at the singles prices on these, y'all, because there are so few sales. Let's even see if we've got any. We have one sale from October of a retro frame D-Tutor. God, why would you buy this?
And my opinion is I don't even necessarily trust that sale.
Like, this is just me selling it to you to make it look like a sale.
Correct. And that isn't me. That's nothing against like TCG player, but a sale is going to get recorded as a, right. It's going to get recorded as a sale. But yeah, I might, for example, want to pay a small fee, which is the fee to sell that card to my buddy, which makes it look like there is market data.
Well, makes it look
like there is liquidity, right? Makes it look like there's
We pulled this off.
Exactly. So it might be worth it to pay that small fee to create market data that is skewed. I mean, like you said, there's no other, you know, where's the other sales, right?
That's what I'm saying.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, it seems like there's not a lot of liquidity.
This one's frequently discussed as the most expensive one that's not, you know, Black Lotus or a dual land or weren't the mocks in here?
If you're going to pay that much money, why do you not just put it toward the foil 7th edition birds and just like go big or go home?
That is exactly what I was going to get to, Jake. Like a Taiga, a Badlands, I can get it. At least you're buying a card that's not possibly going to be reprinted in a real way. Of those,
as a reminder, was doubled. So all of the dual lands that were printed in this had doubled the print run.
Birds of Paradise,
to the other rares.
Reprinted. It's going to be reprinted again in January. Demonic Tutor. What was the last one of these? Was it Commander Masters? Yeah, Commander Masters. We got D-Tutor again.
Yeah.
$40. Or you could spend like this actual sale here. This very real $1,500 sale for this D-Tutor. I don't know. Those are the ones that really blow my mind. The non-reserve list cards that are holding this kind of value.
Right. I completely agree with you. TCG Player is a great spot to buy Magic the Gathering cards, and it is the official store of Jake and Joel Are Magic. If you are looking for competitive prices and looking for the lowest prices on some of your favorite singles, definitely check out TCG Player. It is one of the best resources. It is worth noting, I do remember someone left a comment on a video that noted that these cards are widely acceptable in a lot of like the old vintage formats where people are typically priced out of this stuff, which is why they probably, like, especially the duels, probably have a little bit of desirability. But even then, you would rather just go buy the busted revised version, right?
This is the dual lands. I've got Underground Sea's entire print run here up as an example. These, I can understand at least the argument. It's like the card frame thing. I understand the choices, but they're bad. I can at least understand the choice to be like, this one's $700. Well, let's look at market prices. This one's $900. This one's $650. This one's $380. I wanted the $380 copy because I want something that is at least a real-ish Underground Sea. There is not many tables that you can sit down to and play Commander where somebody's gonna go Underground Sea, I'll tap that, play Soul Ring, and pass. Where somebody's gonna go, let me see that Underground Sea. Nobody's gonna care.
No.
That's also why you could print it out.
Times out of 100,
looking
no
for
one
a
cares.
proxy. That's also why you could just print it out on your Epson and play it that way. But if you want a
you have to have the Underground Sea, Now, if it's CEDH, which is where you absolutely have to have the Underground Sea, the thing you need to know about that format,
exists.
it is the most proxy-friendly environment.
It's like Legacy. People don't care. People just want people playing.
They have tournaments with real prizes and prize money for CEDH that are proxy-friendly, just because they want people to be able to play the tournament, as long as the tournament being organized.
You can see how good of a choice that's been. That community is growing. Month over month, that community is getting more popular, especially as power creep and strictly better reprints, well, strictly better prints that eliminate old reprints, become more and more the norm. You've got a community that's growing that's okay with you paying the 50 cents to $1 to make a proxy version of it. At least with the dual lands, there's an argument for it. The non-reserve list stuff, mind-blowing. Jake, if you had designed this.
What, this product?
This product. Okay, let's say it this way. John Wizards, famously the leader of Wizards of the Coast, comes to you and says, "Hi, I'm John Wizards. I need you to design a purchasable set that is Alpha Beta Unlimited, all in one set. I need it to kind of walk some fine lines. Collectability. I need it to be received well by the community." How would you go about this?
Jeez, that's tough. I would, if I wanted it to have a collectability factor, I would have priced it at maybe like a collector booster pack price. I would have probably made it like, if I was given that task and I had to deliver something, well, I sure as shit would not have made it $1,000. I would have made a box of 4 of these. I mean, dude, the box that I would have created would have been a box for a pot of 8 at the table. So a 24 pack box.
Minimum.
That's what I would have gone
with.
And then I would have priced that box at like a Masters box price. I would have made the box like a old Masters set. So like, let's say like a double Masters, which would be like maybe $250, something like that. That way people aren't absolutely eviscerating the shit out of us on every single platform imaginable for a $1,000 price point. Because here's what people want, right? They want it at $3 a pack.
For sure.
But those boxes are going to sell out immediately. People that are collectors are going to buy them and be like, oh, well, the box was only $100. So I figure if I get, Black Lotus and Power 9 and a couple other things, then no one's even going to get to play it because you're going to have a bunch of vultures that just want to flip them. And so you're going to have that market that ends up being boxes get bought at 100 and then people immediately are trying to sell them for double that, and then that wave gets bought out, and then these boxes quickly become, you know, $500 or $1,000 a box.
Yeah.
So if I were designing it, I would price it at probably like $250 to $300 a box if I was given that specific task.
Okay, so I'm looking at the size of the set. 30th anniversary was 594 cards.
Mm-hmm.
A regular set, 388, 436.
No, you want to go further back
513.
because of all the variants. There aren't that many cards.
Sure. I'm just trying to see, I'm trying to judge.
It's
like
typically like 249.
Okay,
is my understanding.
So what I want to look at with this is, why couldn't this have been designed as two complementary products? Product A is these versions, current frame reprints of all of the cards. I don't care if it's reserve list or not. You print not tournament legal right across the bottom of the art. The backs are different. You sell them for the regular price of a booster pack, standard booster pack, not premium.
Yep.
And you sell them in exactly draftable boxes like you're talking about. You also sell a long box of, I'm going to assume the retros are at the bottom. Here we go. I gave everybody epilepsy. Yes, baby. Here we go. You also sell a all-in purchasable set of every single retro frame.
Just release the collector edition thing
as a box set.
You know what you're getting.
You know exactly what's going to be in there. So you've got two different things. You've got the collectors satisfied because they can buy this thing, put it on a shelf. It's 30th anniversary collector's edition. You know exactly what's in there. You also have the booster product. And then like, if you want to go full, just go full WotC, which is all they like to do nowadays. Put a collector booster in the middle of it. Make it like a full set release. Super draftable, super cheap versions down here that literally say not tournament legal on the front. You sell a full-on, you know what you're getting collector's edition that look exactly like this. I don't want not tournament legal printed on these. I just want the 30th anniversary or 30th edition set symbol is great. The backs being different, great. You get one of everything in there. And then right in the middle,
just like the old collector edition thing.
Exactly. Yeah. Right in the middle, you have a collector booster box that has, and this is kind of where I would really need to put some brain power on how to pull this off, because
you don't want to do a frame break Black Lotus that looks like the jeweled Lotus from Commander Masters.
Why not?
Because that's when people are going to get very fucking annoyed. Yeah. Because that product, like, this is the problem with reprinting these cards when after years you say you aren't going to do it, is you have to acknowledge the secondary market price when you create a set like this, which is why it ended up being $1,000 price point for this extremely stupid product that they ended up giving out to Yu-Gi-Oh players when it was all said and done. It's like, don't open Pandora's box, because then you're not going to be able to close it.
Yeah, and my entire thought exercise here is based on the idea that it's happening. How do we keep everybody as happy as possible?
Impossible.
So maybe we don't go full WotC. We go with slap a non-tournament legal thing on the front, make it full proxy. Even honestly, bro, make them look like you know those test cards that Gavin's been pushing? They were in mystery boosters. Do something like that. Make them look like not even Magic cards. It's crazy to me that such a failure of a product could even exist. Such a toxic, poisonous.
Because now you can never do it again. Because if you did it again, you rehash all of those old memes. But also, if you did do it again, you would need to price them at a point where, if you want people to experience the game then yeah, make them extremely cheap. Put not tournament legal around them, or make the border white, make them gross looking, whatever. And then people can...
White border's a good idea.
You know?
Something.
We've been using Dragon Shield sleeves to protect our cards for over 10 years. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Thank you so much to Dragon Shield for your long-time sponsorship. Dragon Shield sleeves are the best in the business, so make sure to use the link in the description of the video and go buy yourself some Dragon Shields.